Hi good friends of baking and pastry, Belgian baker. Today, Italian meringue. Why Italian? Because, I like it, it's nice. There's three different types in the world of meringues. There's the French meringue, the Swiss meringue and the Italian meringue. Italian meringue is my favorite, and it's also very important to know how to make it, especially when you want to do desserts, mousses, creams and entremets, so it's a good one to know. It's a little bit more technical, but it's definitely worth it. So follow me to the kitchen, I'll show you the ingredients, and then we'll go from there. Okay, here are the ingredients. We got caster sugar, we got water, and we got egg whites. So it's very important our egg whites are clean. There's no egg yolk in there, because that might affect your meringue, even the tiniest bit. Also your bowl needs to be free of oil, even water. Okay, so make sure the bowl is very clean, very dry. And so let's make this thing. So first of all, here is our bowl with our sugar. We're gonna put the water over there like this, and we're gonna gently move it around till the whole sugar is covered with water, like this. Try not to get any sugar on the sides of your pan, because we don't want the sugar to crystallize. That might affect your syrup. So this is ready. So we're gonna turn on the stove on medium heat, and we're gonna put our sugar on there. The egg whites, we're gonna start beating them when the sugar starts boiling. Okay? Ideally the sugar needs to go to 118 degrees, so we have a nice hot syrup, and we're gonna pour that over our egg whites that are already beaten pretty stiff, because the better you beat them, the better your meringue will be. Some people say do it like softly. Everybody eats thing, of course, but I like to have them very stiff. So when I add my sugar to it, then the meringue is stronger. I also add a little bit vinegar before I start mixing. If you don't have vinegar, just a little bit of lemon juice will do, or a little bit of salt, of cream of tartar, just to have a little bit of acidity in your egg whites that strengthens them. Okay, so we're not going to use a stand mixer, we're just going to make it with this thing. Okay, wait till this starts to boil. To measure the temperature, I have a little probe. You can find these things everywhere. They're not overly expensive, and it's very handy to have them. Even in the future, if you want to work with chocolate or whatever, these things are really handy. Back in the days, bakers used to put fingers in cold water and then feel the sugar and see if they could make a little ball. But if you're not used to do that, please don't do it, because I don't want you guys to burn your fingers. So just get one of those. Okay, so now we're gonna wait a little bit till the sugar boils, and then we're gonna start beating our egg whites. So my sugar starts boiling. Gently mix it. I don't want to bring it to the sides. If you got sugar coming on the sides, just take a wet brush and brush it. Okay, so now is the time that I'm gonna start mixing my egg whites. Here's my little dash of vinegar that goes in here, and we go on high speed. When my eggs start to become very fluffy, it's also like fresh cream, you don't want to over mix it. So I'm gonna stop a little bit here and check my temperature of my sugar, because that goes pretty quick. It's a small recipe, so it's gonna go pretty fast. 108. So the warmer your sugar is, the better it will be, but of course don't go over. If you go over 120, then it might be hard to combine with the egg whites, and your sugar might become too thick, and it will result in having a grainy meringue, so you don't want that neither. So 118 is the perfect temperature to go. I'm gonna start beating again because I'm pretty close. Keep this thing going. It's all hard with one hand. There we go. So what I'm going to do now is, while this is mixing, I'm going to pour my sugar on the side of the bowl, okay? Very gently. And I'm going to mix on first speed, and I pour it over the bowl. You see, like this. Don't pour it too fast, and keep mixing. If you pour it too fast, you might cook your eggs, and you don't want to do that neither. Also, don't pour it straight into the whisk, because then it's going to be spread all over your bowl. And now we go back to high speed. Everything is in there. Back to high speed. And now we're going to mix that for at least 10 minutes. Here we go. Meringue ready. Look, nice stiff peaks. That's what we want. Cool. So next step, piping them. Okay, piping them. So what I did is I lined up a tray, put little dots of meringue on my tray and my baking paper on top. So that will prevent my baking paper from coming up when I pipe it. And I don't want to add any spray from oil or whatever, because I don't want to create any more humidity in my oven than I need. So here's my meringue. I'm going to put that in my piping bag. So these piping bags, you can find them everywhere. And even if you can't find them in a shop, talk to your local baker. I'm pretty sure he will be happy to spare one or two maybe. They're always handy to have in the house, especially when you want to make desserts. Okay, that's it. Nice stiff meringue. Now we're not going to use a nozzle, so you see, just the piping bag is enough. So I'll bring the meringue down to the bottom. For this I like to use a new piping bag, because if you use one that has been washed and stuff, they always might be a little bit greasy on the inside. And for my meringue, I like to have them nice clean. So we're going to pipe little kisses. We're not going to cut it too big, because we don't want to have them to be oversized. So I think this might be just fine. And I'm just going to pipe them like this on here. Leave some space in between. So you can use a nozzle if you want, and if you want like a star nozzle or something, it's up to you. It's on your own creativity. So I preheated my oven around 90 degrees Celsius. And they're gonna go in there for an hour and a half, maybe two. We'll see how they dry. It's the first time I dry meringues in this oven, so I'm gonna have to look out a little bit myself. Here we go. So they're gonna go in there, and I'll come back to you when they're done. So here I'm back. Meringues have been in the oven for actually 2.5 hours, a little bit longer than I expected. But like I say, it's the first time I use this oven to make meringues. So we're gonna have a look at them. And something you need to do as well, and I forgot to say when I put them in there, is create a vent so that the steam can escape. Okay, so we're gonna have a look at the little meringues. See, here is my spoon. That is my vent. So I'm gonna open it up, take the spoon away. And here are the meringues, you can see. So we're gonna get them out. Pretty little meringues. So that was it. You see, it's not that hard to make Italian meringue, and it's a nice meringue to use, so I would say give it a shot, give it a try, and yeah, why not? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I thank you guys all so much for watching me. I really enjoy doing this, so I hope we can keep doing a lot of them. And yeah, catch you next time. So these ones I'm gonna put them aside before I forget to tell you, in a dry storage, okay, because they will get the humidity very quickly. Okay, that was it. See you all on the next video. Bye.